My name is Craig Marsden. I'm one of the co-founders, directors and engineers at Concera, and we're incredibly excited about our Ignition Premier status. At Concera, I'm a director and co-founder, but we are still heavily involved in the day-to-day activities. We write a lot of the PLC and SCADA programming, and I also spend quite a bit of time on the business development side.
I'm Jacques Venter, engineer and director at Concera, and we as Concera, we're extremely proud to be the first premier integrator in South Africa and across Africa. Being an engineer / director at Concera, I have various roles to fill. So from sales, being a system integrator, being the person on the ground, but also being the person in the back end, helping develop our juniors and constantly drive innovation, getting new clients.
I'm Rolf Boshoff. I'm proud to be the co-founder, director and engineer of Concera, the first Inductive Automation Premier Integrator in South Africa. My role at Concera is to do a little bit of everything. We need to get involved in sales, we need to work with clients, we need to evaluate projects technically, and as the team grows, to manage people as well. But the part that I enjoy the most is to review technical capability of projects to see how we can improve and use technology better.
I'm incredibly proud of our achievement to become the first Ignition Premier status company within South Africa. It really validates the decision that we made 3.5 years ago to form our own business. We felt that we had a lot to offer the market that we could not achieve at our current companies, and by achieving this award, it has proved that we made the right decision. This achievement is a huge deal for Concera, as it proves that we can deliver world-class solutions despite the fact we are currently still a small team. For the broader South Africa, I think it puts us on the map with inductive automation, and again shows that South Africans can deliver world-class solutions.
What inspired me to start Concera was the stagnant nature of our industry. It's so easy to produce a system and try and copy and paste it from one client to the next, never producing something new. When I got introduced to Ignition, it really opened my eyes, opened a lot of possibilities for me. I wanted to create a company that can share that capabilities and have constant innovation in the automation industry. Ignition makes that possible for us. What makes Concera different from other system integrators is our client-centric approach. We want to evaluate each requirement from the client and produce a system that is catered to their needs. We do not believe in a system that each system or our system will align to each client we have. We want to be adaptive and flexible in the requirements. We want to use the technology within Ignition to push the limits, produce new systems, something that no one else has done before, and Ignition makes that possible.
To reach Premier Partner status, it took us a lot of long nights and hard work. But despite that obvious answer, we also had a long list of amazing clients that gave us the trust to install Ignition on their operations. Most of them had never heard of Ignition before we got involved, so by giving us that trust to work on the product and to learn and develop really helped us towards our Premier status.
If I can describe Concera in one sentence, it would be to describe it as agile. We are a small company with big dreams that can easily adapt to changing environments to produce a system as required.
So what made me join Concera in March 2023, I was doing some part-time freelancing. I had a big client, and I was looking to partner up with a team that they weren't stuck in just old legacy type technologies, but were willing to take on new technologies. And I came across Concera, we talked about it, and funny enough, the technology that came to mind was Ignition. I liked it, and talks from that progressed, and here we are today.
The projects that best showcase Concera's capabilities are firstly our ICC award-winning project for Sibanye-Stillwater. It was a huge ASM SCADA that was a migration from a legacy system. It's a very, very big project. Another one could be our recently developed project for a local data center company, where we leveraged the Ignition data center demo to develop from. Ignition helps us develop better solutions for our customers in many ways. The fact that it is so much easier to use and much more user-friendly than other applications I've used in the past is a huge deal to us. Simple things like real-world or real-time data available during development make developing a breeze.
So a project that stands out for me with my time here at Concera, I had the privilege of doing a batching system, recipe management system, and it was truly out of the box type thinking. I was able to leverage Ignition to fulfill the client's requirements. And the client that we did this for was SunAce, and yeah, they brought us the challenge, and yeah, we were able to step up our game and provide a solution to them that they fully adopted and running the whole system off now.
So my favorite project or moment working with Ignition would have to be a data center that we're currently busy with. Seeing as it's not the norm that we normally work with, we're used to working in the mining industry. The data center has truly challenged us to deepen our knowledge and our understanding of how Ignition can actually integrate with multiple industries, for a matter of fact.
I genuinely enjoy every project I get to work on here at Concera, but one standout project has to be a SCADA system we developed for a data center. It really challenged me to learn a lot of new tools, which was very rewarding. We also created user manuals and tutorial videos for a platinum mine, which assisted them in utilizing the SCADA system we built for them more effectively.
A challenge that I'm really proud of overcoming at Concera was right at the start, before I had any experience with Ignition or UDTs. They asked me to create a program, a tool that they can use to create tags based on those UDTs that they made. This would mean that we can create hundreds of tags easily. And the challenge was creating a tool that can generate these tags based on multiple UDTs, not just one UDT, and give each tag a description or engineering unit if it needed one. And so that was really a challenge, and we've been using that tool quite a lot recently, so I'm quite happy about it.
The roles for Concera, or the roles for the team to achieve Premier Partner status, we all had differing roles, but we all had the same roles. We all constantly strive to drive innovation. It's cliche, but yes, and focus on standards, focus on bringing on the best to our customers. And I think that resonates with being a Premier Integrator with Inductive Automation, because that's how they constantly strive for excellence.
This, coupled with the Ignition Exchange, which has a huge number of free resources available, and the very active community forums, have made developing and finding answers to our problems amazingly easy. My message to share with the Ignition community is get involved and start playing with it. Ignition has such a lot to offer you and such active community that you really should get involved and start playing.
So the message that I would like to share with the community is, I think, to keep yourself constantly learning, like last year's theme of Inductive Automation, level up. And I mean, that's something that we strive to do. We constantly keep ourselves leveling up, learning new ways of doing things. Yeah, and don't be afraid to play. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. At the end of the day, everything is possible.
For me, Concera's biggest achievement since starting it 3.5 years ago was the fact that we reached Premier status. This is a big achievement for us because it proves that we have what it takes to compete on an international stage. We are not just a small local entity in South Africa. We have a lot more to offer and a lot of skills built over the years.